I've made some more decks in my off time to experiment. So let me see if this works. Okay, so this does not work. Good to know. And hopefully that fixes that. Okay. So this is my newest crazy creation that I've made. I figured, let's make a tribal giant deck. That sounds fun. I got the idea mainly because I saw this one card and said, I want to build a deck around that card. And there's honestly some good synergies with it in the current set because we can even help dig through our deck a little bit to go find it. Although, once I get a few more copies of wild cards, I want to get a hold of some giant opportunities, because this feels like this card could get out of hand. But we have some food synergy in there in the meantime. And I will take some of those cards out, probably, once I can get more copies of giant opportunity. I'm going to do some standard ranked. And now that they've banned Oko in standard, I'm hoping that that means there will be a little bit less of me just versing every single deck being a Simic deck. But my newest creations that are not super competitive would have to be this Knights deck, which is just tribal Knights. There's a lot of Knights in Eldraine. I have a fun little mill deck that we could play around with. In fact, let's do that. Let's see. Let's get our daily out of the way. Attack with 30 creatures. We're not doing that with a mill deck. We'll try that with this new Mentor themed deck that I've made, where it's all about Boros. I did look into that game you mentioned. I have that written down on my clipboard. Or I did. Where is it? It's a little bit far away. It was interesting. It doesn't look like I could easily get a hold of a copy of it if I wanted to, and it looks like it's very heavily censored here in the West. Which I think is weird for a game that came out when it did. Punchy. Interesting. Interesting. So let's get Legion's Edge on the field. Weird. So, basically, I looked into the game. It's interesting as far as a war game goes for that time, but it's hard to get here in the West due to heavy censorship. I would have to, like, import a copy from Europe if I wanted to get a hold of that game reliably. I don't think it's on Steam, though. I did not mean to do that. If someone ever re-releases the game, that's something I'll definitely put on my to-do list. There we go. Oh, it is indestructible. That's annoying. I knew what you meant. This goblin banner is just getting bigger and bigger. Ooh, vindictive vampire. Okay. I recommend you block. Anything that blocks will die, and I will take damage because of Vindictive Vampire. Let's throw in the Hammer Dropper. Just so we have another big boy to throw back. He's blocking all my damage is the problem here. That's the third copy of that he's played, hasn't it? Second copy. Okay. I just had to see it 3 turns in a row, basically. Stop exiling my cards. I don't have Graveyard Recursion in this deck anyway. There we go. All I gotta do is swing through this turn. Oh, he doubled his life total. I think I win now. One counter. And I win. I still actually have my PS2 now that I think about it. I think it's in storage, and in fact, actually, I think my PS1 is somewhere in storage too. Now that I mention that, how you holding out, David? Attack with 30 creatures. So that's the Boros deck. You kind of get the gist of how that one works. What deck you guys want to see? Because there's a few here that I haven't shown on stream yet. Dovin Bond is exactly what you would expect from white and blue. Got vampires. It's an interesting deck. It's not as good as it could be, but it's an interesting deck. Here's how the Vampires deck works, more or less. Knight of the Ebon Legion, a few of the Dire Moons, Righteousness, Kaya's Ghost Form, Martyr for the Cause, Cruel Celebrants, Justicar's Portals, D-Sparks, Bloodthirsty Aerialist, because this card is broken. Savage Gorger, Orzhov Locket. My favorite Planeswalker from Allegiances. She is really, really good in the meta right now because there is a certain infinite combo that I keep running into, that I hate running into, that she stops. It involves this 1/1 cat that you can sacrifice, that when it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life, your opponent loses 1 life. However, if you sacrifice a food, you can bring it from the graveyard to the battlefield. So you use Witch's Oven to sack it into a food, sack it, create a food token, and then you just do that twice every turn. So you just run 4 of this cat and 4 of the Witch's Oven. It's really annoying. Let me see if I could find that real quick. Food. Not collected. This cat, Cauldron Familiar. I hate this cat. This cat is mean. And then with Witch's Oven, but yeah, Kaya can just shut it down because you can just -1 Kaya and exile the Witch's Oven. You can do that twice. 3 times if you have to, if they're running multiple copies of Witch's Oven. Because you need to be, because I don't run a lot of artifact removal. In fact, we're putting this in here now, just because I hate running into that. And we have a Mortify as well. I hate how much removal you have to run in a white-black deck just for it to be viable. There's a fun... One of the infinite combos the deck creates is I get Sorin Markov and the Martyr for the Cause on the field, and I just infinite resurrect the Martyr for the Cause after he dies. And actually, speaking of this nasty combo, there they both are. So yeah, -X. We're keeping this opening hand. Death. Gutter Bones. Oh, come on. Whenever Araya, the first Locktwain, or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1. Sacrifice another black creature, draw a card. Let's get some life back. I'm hoping that I can block with this Dire Moon. Looks like we're going up against a 5-color deck. Black, blue, white. Or maybe just black, blue, white. Vicious Rumors. We'll discard the Guild Gate. Oh, my Icon of Ancestry. Oh no, I already know where this is going. Please God, no. Not again. Okay, that's not so bad. And look, we have a combo on the deck.
You belong to me now.
We have an engine. Oh no. We're both playing life gain decks, aren't we? I hate mirror matches.
I abhor my need for blood.
Well, I'm gonna gain life faster. I once went up against a food deck with this deck before, and it was a 45-minute game. Just because we both had over 50 life at a certain point. Ugh. Oh, here we go. Who's he gonna kill? Probably the Cruel Celebrant. Oh, he's gonna kill the Death Toucher. And now he has a 4/5 with lifelink, though. But I could just -1 my Planeswalker and get my Death Touch back. How do you want to organize blockers here? You have no mana, so it's dying. You probably forgot double blocking was a thing, huh? Okay, your engine's been shorted out a little bit. So I'm just gonna make you regret your life decisions and play another one. Because the game hates you.
I demand servitude.
This is gonna be a long game. He's just trying to fish for cards till he can get that sacrifice combo going. If I can get Kaya first, I can shut him down. The slugfest begins indeed. And it's back. Hooray, it's back.
I require your body, not your soul.
I require your body, not your soul. Although if he does do the cat combo, I can kind of live a little bit longer because I have the life link. Oh, there we go. Well, there goes my engine. I need to get that card from my knight deck. Oh my, this match is going nowhere. We're both top decking till one of us gets a board wipe, basically. I need to get Kaya to shut down his engine before it happens, and if he gets his engine, I'm doomed. I won't be able to... Yes! 1,000,000 times yes! Ask and you shall receive!
I faced undead horrors. This is child's play.
This might make him concede.
think I'll get rid of these. I'm gone for now, but not forever.
Let's start lowering his life total a little. He has a card draw engine, is the problem. Another witch's oven. The cat. The cat's here. This is the combo. I hate this combo. Although I think I might live long enough to destroy the combo. What were the odds of him having another witch's oven in his hand? So let's start off with some revenge.
You beat me this time. Bravo.
Okay. Please concede. I've shut down your combo. All you're doing is delaying the inevitable now. Please concede the game. Come on, please concede. I want to play other games. I hate this combo. I never should have mentioned it on stream. The fact that I mentioned it is the reason I ran into it again. Now that Oko's banned, is this the new cancer?
I'll be back. I had guild business to attend to anyway.
He's basically stalling till he can draw another cat. I'd exile a card from hand. If I had one. I like this card. It's a fun card. He's just shoring up his defenses with food so that he can just sack those to make this game last longer. I think I win this exchange. Oh, and that's the nail in the coffin for you, my boy. And watch this. We're going to take away your gutter bones and your deathless knight.
I'll be back. You better watch your back from here on out.
Did you not read what my Planeswalker does? Concede the game. Please. Concede the game. Please. You will live through this if you block everything. You need to block at least one of these to win. It's over. I did it. I hate that cat. Fuck that cat. And we still haven't done this. So we got knights and giants to show off and mill, but we're probably not gonna attack 3 times, even 3 times with the mill deck. It's got a lot of walls. Let's give the Knights deck a chance. This deck has a lot of problems, but there's a surprising amount of adventure knights. Yeah, I think I have like 12 petitioners in that mill deck. It actually has never won because of the petitioners. They're just kind of there as like 1/3s for 2. See, I have black and white and red, and I need green. It's actually successfully milled without the petitioners. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, is one of the reasons. Also, just blinking a Wall of Lost Thoughts a couple of times does the trick, too. That's not good. I played my lands in the wrong order. Hushbringer. The hell is that thing? This isn't very much an ETB deck, but my Knight of Autumn doesn't ETB anymore. And that means half of my hand doesn't do anything. I need to get a board wipe. But I do have reach. And it's a 2/3 on top of that really good ability. That I'm starting to agree with what YouTubers are saying that Throne of Eldraine broke standard. There's way too many cards that are way too powerful for as low mana cost as they are. This card would normally be at least 3 or 4 mana if it came out in any other set. See, this is another 2 mana card from a much older set that's been reprinted many times. It only has 1 ability and is a 1/1, not a 2/3 with 2 abilities and an active passive ability. Oko is so broken. I'm glad he's banned. I would not be surprised if this ends up like Conspiracy Block, where at some point it all ends up getting banned. Angelic Exaltation. So he's going to attack alone. So I basically lost because he has cards that hard counter me immediately. I just need blockers. And that's game. Yeah, the more I've been playing lately, the more I've been noticing that there are some very broken cards in Standard right now. And now they're gonna... Wizards has announced that they're gonna be doing bans once a month now, which I don't know how often they did it before, but that seems very often to be banning cards. Your sets should be so good that you shouldn't have to ban cards. Nothing should be... the state of the game shouldn't be that broken. Fibblethip! Okay. So the main plan of this deck is to ramp. Ramp, ramp, ramp. And then play Giants. The theme of this deck is Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum. The Gilded Goose. Let's get our forest. Now we have all 5 colors. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, now we focus on winning the game. Clackbridge Troll. Yeah, Zach. There we go. So the other sub-theme of the deck is I need to get 2 food tokens so that when I draw my giant opportunity, I get to make a free, for 3 mana, 7/7 giant token. So we'll play a 5/5 for now. We'll bake this Clackbridge Troll into a pie. This card is probably also needing to get banned. Let's get a black mana out so that we don't have to depend on the multicolored lands. How much land mana do I have open? Giant. And we're going to do that. We're going to tap that right now. What happened to the pie? I thought I was going to draw the pie next. Oh, I had to shuffle. That's why. Oh. Well. No attacks. As long as I have the skeleton, I can keep tapping this troll forever. That's bad, though. Why did this live? From Finality. I think we may just lose here. I need to get my cast off. I need to get cast off to my hand. Another one. Okay. This might help us a little bit. Just playing a 9/9. There's a few copies of this Beanstalk Giant in here. Oh my goodness. Why? So we're going to do this. Play some giants. That's bad. Now he's gonna buff up his trolls. He has another Find and Finality in his deck. Oh. This is disgusting. Decline. Decline. Nothing can be blocked by more than one creature is the annoying part here. Something will die. Hammer Dropper. I have to block that or I die. And that's game. I'm not going to wait for him to think about how big he wants it. He's already won. And that's Giants. It, for the most part, works, but as you can see there, he had a very specific combo, whereas my thing is just, I play a big thing, and then I smack you. There's not really much inventiveness to the Giants deck. And we've attacked with one creature. Let's show what Dovin Bond has to bring to the table. I think I've lost every match on screen except for one so far today. I have not been keeping track. Perfect opening hand. I don't know why I put like 25 to 26 lands in my deck, in a 60 card deck, if I'm only ever going to get 2 in my opening hand. It's even sadder with my 27 and 28 land decks, where I'll somehow get 1 to 2 lands per opening hand. I'm not going to mulligan because I'm going to just end up worse off if I mulligan somehow. I'm going to mulligan into an opening hand with 1 land. That's what'll happen. Dovin, Hand of Control. Land, please. That's technically a land. So I have 4 mana. Good for me. Unless he's playing a mill deck. There's only 2 pacifisms in this deck, I believe, and I have both of them in my opening hand. That's a land. So my first 3 draws would have been land. Cool. I have a token generator. The curse of Guafa Hazid returns. The next 25 cards in my deck are going to be lands. Oh yeah, Narset, you just got banned from Vintage, I believe. Essence Capture. Let's get the big boy out before it gets counterspelled. So I can kill Narset. Let's see if you have a spell for 1 mana that bounces it. Do you have an unsummon in your hand that you're going to cast for 3? You are not.
I have just the trick for this.
Let's get another plains or island? Yeah, plains. We want plains. We have mostly white in our hand.
I look forward to seeing your mistakes.
I look forward to seeing your mistakes.
My inventions bring joy to me and others.
I'll just let him keep Narset because that's a scary 3/3, so I'm just gonna pacify it. And now that he thinks I don't have another one of those, we can pacify whatever big scary thing he plays out. And we win. And we still only attacked with one creature. Damn it, we're not doing what we're trying to do. Who knew that this quest would be the bane of my existence? 7 dwarves. They attack things. Orders Dreamer. I'll take it. I would prefer to get one more mountain in my opening hand, but Dwarven Mine is okay. Oh, the lifelink haste. Please die. There's 7 in the deck. Statistically speaking, I'm gonna draw one every 4 draws. To be fair, I have won with this deck many a time without ever drawing a dwarf. Because I just Goblin Swarmed. And that can happen. This card is broken. I hate this card. This is another card that people think is a little bit too broken because it's a 2 mana. There's other cards that do this, but they cost 3 or 4 mana. And it's usually red and 3, or it's red, 2. I like this Tybalt. This Tybalt's fun. See, we don't need the 7 dwarves. We have Goblin Tribal. And then we'll just throw the 7 dwarf out because we can, and it usually makes a target. And just like that, we've been countered. Unless we play Tybalt.
I would be honored to break your mind. I adore honors.
I only need the 2 attackers. Because once I have a 2/2, this doesn't mean anything anymore. Although that's probably going to be the source of the Meteor Golem. Let's draw a card. Let's play a dwarf. Let's make a...
My friend is here to help your pain.
You don't gain any life, so let's see. Can I just kill you here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. I do not have lethal yet. I have lethal this turn, though. This Tybalt is actually countering his strategy. Okay, so we attack 2, 4, 6. Now, as long as he doesn't have 3 shocks in hand, we're good. See, you don't need the dwarves. Goblin Tribal can win on its own. We only needed to attack with 3 creatures. We totally did what we were supposed to do there. We had my hard counter on the field, and we still won.